It's December 11th, 2012. Some guy named Tom Hayes gets dragged out of his office because he decided to play financial god and mess with something called LIBOR, a financial benchmark that apparently was tied to $350 trillion. Never heard of it? Don't worry, that's kind of why I made this video. So, LIBOR. Sounds important, right? It is short for London Interbank Offered Rate, and in simple terms, it is the rate at which major banks, among many other institutions, lend to one another. Imagine that is like a friend asking for $5 until payday, but this time it is millions of dollars getting exchanged between banks. And yes, this rate was used to determine everything from mortgage to student loans. Pretty wild when you think about it. LIBOR was kind of a big deal because it set the price on loans all over the world. But how did they calculate it? Every day at 7 AM, ICE would be like, yo, how much would you guys charge for a loan? Banks, in essence representing like the big guys of the London market, would come up with their numbers. With the help of the so-called waterfall methodology, which, let's be honest, sounds a tad bit more dazzling than it really is, they would determine the average. What no one realized at the time was that this seemingly routine process would eventually be at the heart of a huge financial scandal. Now, here is where it gets juicy. Some bankers realized with a little tweak here and there, they could manipulate these rates, making themselves look more creditworthy or even better, cash in on some pretty huge profits. They seem to have found the cheat code in the financial system. Of course, they don't mind using it either. This led to a global ripple effect where financial assets got mispriced, and as you can imagine, people weren't exactly thrilled when they found out. If you're enjoying these finance breakdowns, be sure to like and subscribe. Your support keeps me caffeinated and coming back with more. Now, back to the story. Eventually, authorities caught on, and 4 traders ended up taking the fall, with Tom Hayes becoming the poster boy for the whole mess. Hayes tried to argue that everyone was in on it, which only made people wonder how deep this rabbit hole went. They started phasing LIBOR out by 2021 and introduced new benchmarks like SOFR, kind of like taking the old car off the road and hoping the newer model runs better. But the truth is, trust in the finance system just took a whack, and it's a great reminder that the big guys do not always play by the rules. Or maybe they never do. You see, there are tons of financial scandals, rabbit holes, and just wild stories out there, which I plan on making videos about. So if that sounds interesting, well, you know what to do.